Hello everyone, we're the losers. My name's Corey, this is Marshall, and the Last Jedi trailer has dropped.
Finally.
We've watched it just a little over 20 times
Something
in the
like
last 12 hours. And man,
Times 5.
what a trailer. I don't see how anyone could not like this trailer, Marshall.
Yeah, it's exactly what I want from a trailer. It's not, they
Not-
don't show too much. It's perfect.
Not too much story,
It's
just
just
giving
a
you
li-
a little taste.
A tease.
And it tasted pretty darn good. It's like a nice medium rare juicy steak. Star Wars.
Before the prime rib that comes in December.
Amen. We are going to be breaking this trailer down shot by shot and kind of giving some predictions as well as some context as to what, these shots and, some of the dialogue means. So,
Yes, there is dialogue more than you think. It's in the background.
yes.
So watch it with headphones and you'll pick up on most of it.
So make sure you comment on this video. Tell us what you liked about the trailer or didn't like, I guess, if that's possible. We want to hear from you too. So make this two-way conversation. Leave a comment in the comment section below.
And tell us if there's anything we missed. I hate being left out.
Let's get into this, Marshall.
All right.
So trailer opens
Do
up
it.
and you think you're looking at a star field, right? It is, the rocky ground.
Okay.
And, it kind of fades into that. I wonder if that is, a part of Rey's force vision. If she's having another force vision, she
Yeah.
sees the stars. Maybe that's the end of it. And then she,
Maybe.
boom, falls on the ground right there.
Maybe,
Yeah, that was interesting.
Or
She's
she's-
like
or-
sweating and panting.
Yeah. Or she's kind of like Luke on Dagobah, where she's not
Yeah.
accomplishing and she's sweating and she's kind of failing in front of Luke as Luke failed in Yoda once.
Sure. Yep. So great first shot. Also reminded me of the first Force Awakens teaser. This teaser reminded me a lot of the Force Awakens teaser, actually, in
Yeah.
different parts, different shots, because the music, just like in that first trailer, with you see the sand, and then you see Finn pop up,
Oh yeah, it's just like
and so it's just like
instant-
like that. You see Rey's hand in the
instant
same
capturing.
way. So I thought that was telling, very interesting. The next shot, it goes into, fades out. You see, they're still on the island. Looks like they're going to be
yeah.
on that island for a while.
Like maybe it seems like
On
the whole
Octo.
Octo, yeah.
Yeah.
The whole first act of the movie, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, and it's beautiful looking. I
Yeah.
love the look.
It's off the coast of Ireland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Ireland looks beautiful. Then there's that shot, that Man of Steel shot.
Oh, with all the rocks floating around.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I love that.
Yeah,
It looks awesome.
it's really good. It's one of the most beautiful shots in the trailer, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it looks so good.
absolutely. With the rocks slowly coming
It is
up,
kind of
she's
like
using the
Superman
force.
about to take off,
Yes.
take flight.
That was one of my favorite shots in the trailer,
Yeah,
and that's when
It's also-
Luke. You hear Luke's voice.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say it's also kind of a flashback to one of the first things in Jedi training that Yoda has Luke do is lift rocks. I get the
Yeah.
little pebbles, and they're not really the same caliber of size and weight, but still similarity there.
Yeah, that's true.
This is
going
gonna
to
be an exact same replica of Empire Strikes Back, people. The same movie.
No,
No,
absolutely
it won't.
not. This trailer is looking like it's going to be a different Star Wars movie. So at the same time, you're hearing Luke's voice, narrate this trailer, talking to Rey. He's saying like, "Reach out. What do you see?" And she says,
Yeah.
"The light, the dark,
Balance.
and then balance." And we see Leia from behind,
Yeah.
standing at the command center on a rebel base, and then you see Kylo Ren's helmet crushed and steaming, seemingly, on the ground.
Did
You
he
hear
stomp on it?
You hear Vader's voice. But yeah, there was a lot of small audio cues in there. You also heard Leia say, when they show Leia from behind, you hear Rey's theme, and then Leia say, "You are my only hope." And then
What's the
you
next
see,
scene?
You see the books. Those
That's
books
right,
with
yeah.
the light shining down on it, and it's on this like tree wall,
Yeah.
and there could be some significance in that. As why don't you tell them what that means?
About the life trees.
I feel like
and
I'm talking a lot.
the trees of life. There was there were multiple trees of life across the universe that the Jedi used to hold relics and hold old lightsabers and to hold holocrons and old information.
And this is canon, right?
This is all canon content, yes. And in this shot, we have the books on here, which are basically ancient manuscripts. We don't know if Luke found these on the planet that they're currently on, or if he found them in his travels and brought them there. But it's really cool because it means that Luke did find remnants of the original Jedi Order. And we get that when we see the next shot with, or not the next shot, but previously with the Jedi symbol on it. And so it's at the very beginning. It's the OG Jedi symbol. And so it's kind of...
We've never seen that in any movie up until now.
No.
And it's been in like Clone Wars and stuff.
Yeah,
Rebels.
Exactly. And it's been on some like armor pieces here and there, like Luke's or Anakin's Clone Wars armor.
Yep.
But what's cool about that is, you have to remember that the Jedi, it's essentially a religion,
Yeah.
And so if you find, in the same way, like, how big of a deal it was when they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's kind of like this, you find original manuscripts to an ancient religion that's thousands of years old. And
for those of you who don't know, the Dead Sea Scrolls pretty much confirmed everything the Bible said.
It has a lot of corresponding texts that dates back to within Jesus's lifetime. And it's kind of, I'm saying there's a kind of a similarity to that with finding these books because it's also an ancient religion, the Jedi Order, and it reflects how big of a deal it was that this is where the Jedi started from. And it's kind of like, with religion over time, things get changed. Things get changed further and further and more distant from what the original stuff was and what the original teachings were. And so that can kind of be what Luke's talking about a little bit. That
totally.
Finding all these original Jedi manuscripts, they can be... the Jedi in his lifetime could be very different from what it was originally.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting point. I think Luke is trying to go back to the roots and find what the Jedi were truly about. Sure. And, maybe they just got off course, but maybe from the beginning, the Jedi were kind of doomed to fail. And I really love the idea of balance. Take, for instance, Anakin in the prequels. He couldn't handle not having Padme. That was a big rule in the Jedi Council. You weren't allowed to marry.
You weren't allowed to cross certain lines. Yeah.
Yeah, like certain relationships, you couldn't have that. And I think that was kind of one of those flaws of the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
And
the legalism of it.
Yeah. So I really hope they don't just like cop out in the middle of it and say, "Oh, just kidding." Like Jedi Order's back. I hope they go this route and stick with it and create a new order of Force users, because we have, looks like the Knights of Ren or whatever Kylo Ren and Snoke are doing. That could be replacing the Sith. I think the Sith are gone, and we're seeing new Force users.
It's interesting though that we've had the talk for a long time that there has to be balance in the Force. Since the prequels, they didn't really talk too much about that in the original trilogy.
Yeah. So that's right.
So in the prequel trilogy, they did a rebalancing of the Force and what the ideology and philosophy of the Force was. That has to be, this balance between living things, that there can't be light without the dark. And so it seems like, again, with this trilogy, and maybe with what Luke is finding, that's confirmed. And which is a stone's throw from Lucas's original idea, where, as he talked about in the panel, that it was supposed to be an allegory for children, that the light eventually is like the choice you want to make, which would make sense that the light side gets to become Force ghosts and live forever, and the dark doesn't. But it's a weird paradox that they're kind of painting, because you do want good to win on film. You want justice, and you want but it seems like maybe just with this middle film they're going to do that balance route, but maybe we're going to get light in the end coming on top, or the dark in the end coming on top. I can't see how they do that. It's an interesting thing to explore.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean. You want light to win.
Yeah.
But I think, this is so like metaphorical, I guess, of, I don't know, when I think of Jedis, I just think of like, Christians and rules.
Yeah.
We're Christians. Yeah. But sometimes if you go too far and try to stick too hard to the like rules of Christianity, you miss the point. Yeah, you miss the point. of
there
religion.
is a lot of paradoxes with that, like
Yeah.
just religion in general with the Jedi Order and stuff. And
So
the Force.
I don't think it's necessarily saying that the light side is, that you
Supreme.
shouldn't go all light, but that the Jedi got away from the light side ideals. So, yeah,
The
it's
balance. Yeah.
I think we've got the groundwork for a great story, great concept going.
And maybe that whatever the balance is that Rey and Luke are discussing is what light side is supposed to be.
Yeah, I really like that they're going back to this balance concept because they talk about it in the prequels and they don't really explain it very well. They just kind of throw it at you and you're like, wait, did Luke bring balance or did Vader?
Yeah, and now it's
Did
Rey.
Vader bring balance when he wiped out all the Jedi or when he
The
destroyed
younglings.
Palpatine?
Yeah.
So I think the way they're doing it is really good so far.
Yeah,
So.
and of course in Star Wars films, lightsabers and action and really cool monologues are always really fun. But for me as a Star Wars fan, I've always liked the philosophical and theological aspect of the movies almost more than the action, because there's a lot of parallels with things that we deal with in real life that we can look to Star Wars for examples, and I like that aspect. I'm glad they're including that.
Yeah, totally. The next shot was that shot. Man, it was so epic of Luke training Rey. He's looking down on Rey, like doing this with her lightsaber on the cliff.
Oh, Anakin's lightsaber. It's so awesome.
Yep.
My favorite lightsaber.
And man, I hope in the future trailers they don't show Luke with his lightsaber. I hope they save that for the movie.
I would accept
that green saber. I know he's still got it. He's gonna whip it out. He's like, oh, the Jedi are done.
Yeah.
But
and then it's gonna be green. I would accept in a trailer maybe like a green reflection like on his face or something.
You know what's gonna happen? How this movie's gonna end?
What?
With Luke igniting his lightsaber. And then cut.
No,
just like how the Force Awakens
they always have some kind of closure.
Yeah,
right?
I know. They're not actually going to do that.
Yeah.
But they better not. Ryan Johnson, don't leave us hanging like that for another 2 years.
Luke's lightsaber is not going to be a different color, right? It's going to be green.
Oh, it's going to be green.
Yeah, it's got to be green.
Unless he takes.
I mean, how
Rey goes down and he takes his blue one back. So we'll see.
That's true. Maybe.
Yeah. So this next shot was, man, maybe my favorite in the whole trailer. I don't know what's going on. All I know is you see the walkers in the distance, probably new types of AT-ATs.
I didn't see him until I paused it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see it because I was watching on my condensed little phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I watched it on a nice big screen.
Yeah, good for
you. You also see those, like, speeder ships things, and they're dragging, like, a needle through the soil, and this red smoke is trailing behind them.
Are they dragging something
coming up from the dirt?
Are they dragging stuff in the red dirt?
No, it looks like they've got like a needle down in the dirt, and it's dragging along, bringing up that red smoke. It looked awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure within the context of the movie, it will be awesome.
I know that it's I think it's the best looking shot in the whole trailer.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, either that one or her training with her lightsaber. But I think this one takes the cake. The colors are so awesome. Mm-hmm. And it kind of looks a lot like pod racers.
Yeah, you're right.
With the 2 engines on the sides, them going through the desert.
I loved pod racing.
I did too. I thought pod racing was cool.
Yeah.
Because the video game was so cool.
Amen. All right, so the next shot was of Finn.
The biggest action shot of the whole trailer.
Yeah, it's Finn sleeping.
Because he got his spine sliced, right?
Yep.
It's not really a
thing. Kylo Ren tore him up pretty good.
You can't just walk away from an injury like that.
No, sir. The next one, we see Poe's X-Wing.
Oh, yeah.
Getting kind of blown up.
BB-8 looks so surprised with his little antennas going boink.
And the First Order's coming after the Resistance, man.
As far as like ground resistance or like space ability, we didn't really see a lot in The Force Awakens. But I feel like, much like with the Hoth opening scene.
Yeah, I mean, with Force Awakens, there was a lot they had to set up and a lot of intro. But I'm really excited for this one because I think they're just going to jump right in.
This is the second act of the trilogy, and I feel like we're really going to see a lot of resistance from the First Order, pun intended. And I think that we're going to see a lot of their combat. I like that.
Yeah. yeah, like I said, I think they're gonna jump right in with it. We're gonna
Yeah.
see a lot more combat, on a larger scale.
So the next shot is the YT-1300, our favorite Millennium Falcon.
Don't even. It's the Falcon.
Okay, it's the Falcon. The Millennium Falcon is the next shot in this in the trailer, and it's being chased down by a couple of TIE fighters, First Order TIE fighters.
I mean, you got to have the Falcon in there.
Yeah, of course, and it looks as dirty as ever, just the way I like it.
Yep.
And that was weird. Anyway,
So the next shot was of Rey either training or running down someone. She ignites that blue lightsaber and just starts running. Pretty interesting.
I'll bet you she sees Kylo, because the lighting in this shot looks kind of similar to the lighting of.
I think she's just training because she doesn't seem too desperate, and it looks like it's still on Octo.
So the next shot is with Kylo Ren and his red cross guard lightsaber, and it looks more electric than ever. And what is he saying?
Kylo Ren is my favorite character in these new movies. I can't wait to see more of him. We only got one shot of him, but he looks awesome. He's got that crazy scar.
Yeah, he's got his helmet
on
off,
his
as
eye.
we know.
Oh my gosh!
And
I wonder if he's gonna wear the helmet anymore.
I don't think
he might
is.
be done.
I think he's done wearing the helmet because I feel like that served. He has kind of a child, like baby face ish kind of thing, and I feel like in the first movie it served the role of mysteriousness and I guess just the mystery behind his character. And I feel like now, since we know who he is after he killed his dad, he's committed to the dark side. He had his Anakin Skywalker killing the younglings moment, and I think since he's solidified in the dark now, we know who he is. There's not going to be any more helmets. I think.
Totally. I could totally see if they go that direction.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him wear it like when he's around, like say Hux and Phasma, and when he's commanding the troops.
Oh yeah, actually,
maybe I think that would be
that's a
cool.
good point. Maybe he will still have his helmet for that, because it is still kind of First Order-esque.
Because it gives him that intimidation and that.
Which if he follows Vader,
power.
If he follows in Vader's footsteps, he's all about that.
Yeah. So there was also that shot. I think the next shot was another shot of Luke and R2. I think it's a shot that pairs the one we saw in The Force Awakens of Rey's flashback when you see R2 and you see there's fire all around, there's sparks going, and then he touches
It just looks
R2.
like a different angle.
So yeah, this is definitely
because
I compared them. And it is definitely, I'm 99% sure.
Yeah. Is R2 on the, R2's also on
the
Luke's
same.
right in that shot too. So.
Yeah.
Both same. And it's
So
the Jedi Temple burning in the background.
It looks
right?
like, that's Luke's new Jedi Temple. And that's when Kylo Ren came back and destroyed everything. So, man.
But here's the thing. Is that when? Because in the next shot, we see Captain Phasma coming out of the flames, which looks like the same environment.
Well, Captain Phasma, that shot is separate.
From that one, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. In the trailer, they make it seem like, Phasma was there. It could be. Maybe Phasma was there with Kylo Ren. But I think it's probably when they're blowing up that resistance base with Poe. I think that would make more sense. Yeah. But, I think Luke did something pretty messed up to have Kylo snap like this. Yeah. I think there has to be some reason for Kylo to turn. And, I think that's why Luke is abandoning the Jedi way now, because it failed him with Kylo. I mean, pain has followed him ever since he became a Jedi. His father's gone, Kylo, now Han. So we've got some interesting times ahead.
Because in a lot of these scenes, we have the voices of Yoda and Vader and Obi-Wan, all three of which are confirmed Force ghosts. Do you think we're going to have any Force ghosts in this upcoming movie, or any appearances? Do you think that they're going to have revealed themselves to Luke in any way?
There's a good chance.
Yeah.
I mean...
And does that mean... Cause
if anyone, I would think it would be Yoda. Yeah. Or we might get Obi-Wan.
Or Qui-Gon.
I mean, I would be... No.
Why not? He's sick.
It wouldn't fit. It just wouldn't fit.
But it would.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't. Because Rey's Qui-Gon's granddaughter.
Of course. So yeah, we also get some great space battle footage.
Yeah, with some almost familiar looking ships, but a little bit different take.
We got an A-Wing in there. Great to see them back.
Oh, dang. I didn't see those.
Yeah. We got like the new frigates.
This brings us to the last scene now, where we have Kylo's voice saying, "I only know one truth," and then Luke's voice is dubbed in with him standing in the cave, and he says that the Jedi must end. And I know that shocked a ton of people in the audience. I watched the film reaction there, and it shocked me too, because it confirms so much about what they said in the beginning of the trailer, as far as Rey discovering that there's balance. And that's also a theme that we didn't talk about this. That's a theme that we've been getting from the Bendu and Rebels, and that's kind of the direction it seems like that the philosophy of the Force or the Wills is going.
Yeah, I mean, they've been hinting at that concept for a while now with Rebels, with the Bendu, and even Ahsoka being in the middle as
a gray Jedi.
A gray Jedi.
And that being confirmed as like a gray Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love this trailer. I loved where it went. I think it's very telling that Kylo started that sentence, and it seems like Luke is finishing it.
Almost as if confirmation.
You know, like it kind of seems like they're on the same page, and that makes me think, like, is Kylo going to be redeemed? Maybe by the end of this movie or episode 9. It seems like maybe him and Luke could definitely get back on the same page.
Yeah, that would be a great twist.
Yeah. And, you know, who knows how Rey is going to react to Luke saying
that's the thing
we have to end the Jedi.
That's the thing I don't know about this. With the different Force philosophy coming in now, with them saying the Jedi must end and it's all about balance, is there anything that's morally good or evil anymore? I mean, there's so much you could go into depth with this. We don't have time for that. It's another video maybe, and we're not going to watch the next trailer if there is another one. We're going to be done, I think.
Yeah, I want to go into this movie how I am right now. I don't want to know anything else.
Yeah, it's by choice, not by ignorance. We want to be completely blind and get a fresh take on it.
Completely surprised by everything.
So we're going to go into Star Wars hibernation.
All right, so that's it. Thank you so much for staying all the way through and talking Star Wars with us. We also have a podcast, the Losers Podcast, on iTunes. So if you want to join the conversation even more, listen to us crazy people in your car.
Yes.
Check us out. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're talking more Star Wars, review movies, comics, and everything else. So have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.